I've done it again. I'm on the wrong screen. I love it. Welcome to the Tuesday night Station Hotel Talking Parra live show. It's good to be back. We had the week off last week, obviously, buy around. It was good to have a little bit of a break. We're back. We're fired up. We're ready to go. We've got an absolute fucking shitload to get through. So, look, first of all, thanks to our sponsors, Beach Jerky, Eurowork, Bay Vista, Spot on Hose and Fittings, JD's, Buyers Agents, X-Visory, Paraleagues, Archibald Racing, Time for a Chat, Crown Property Finance, Riverside Brewing Co., Non-Stop Landscapes, ZMS Trophies, and, of course, the Station Hotel. I've got some new sponsors come on board as well. So Fife Designs have jumped on board yesterday. I put their first post up today, and Turrell Building as well, which we'll get that announcement out in the next couple of days. Some good things coming from those guys. It was great to meet them up in Parramatta, up in Suncorp, or Caxton Street Brewing Company, whatever you want to call it, for our event after the game there. Disappointing loss, obviously. It was great to meet some passionate fans and always good to see. I'll bring everyone in. First of all, we've got one fired up Queenslander. Mate, Hayden, you're there, you're eating, you're still in holiday mood, obviously. How are you feeling, firstly, about the other week? Let's see how you feeling about Origin first. You must be pretty excited.
Yeah, I'm excited for tomorrow night.
Sorry, Hayden.
What you look good in that outfit there, Hayden?
We've finally got our last skewy moi moi tonight, so you won't see any skewies after tonight, unfortunately. So it's a bit of a celebration to have this one, you know?
For sure. Yeah, I don't actually want to talk to you yet. We've got to get into the important stuff first. I just wanted to stitch you up because you're wearing that ugly fucking shirt, and we thought we'll show you what something you look better in. So, yep, Beard Face is here. We'll get to him eventually. Guys, don't start sharing yet because Jez isn't here yet, and it will be too hard for me to keep up with. We've got something a bit different tonight. Obviously, we've got our Vegas has announced. We've got our raffle. We're giving away I'll bring it up quickly while I'm here, and then I'll get into it, and we'll get into the actual podcast. But we're giving away this awesome prize thanks to Hello World Stanhope Gardens. So first prize, $5,000 travel voucher, 2 tickets to NRL game or 1 ticket. Depends if you go and buy yourself. If you go and buy yourself and you don't need the second NRL ticket, I'll just chuck you $500 or the value of the ticket to spend in Vegas as long as you put it all on black. And 2 Parra Eels jerseys or 1 and a jumper, or some tracksuit pants, whatever you need really, up to that value. So great prize, awesome there. Thanks to those guys for being involved. We wanted to give back and make sure as many fans get as possible. So what we're going to do tonight is I'm about to try and work out how to share it. Oh, shit. There we go. The raffle link. So that's the raffle link there. Obviously, the raffle, you've seen it get posted around as well. It's in our story as well. So, wow. That looks, if you click on that link, if you buy tickets to the raffle tonight, right, here's what we're going to do. So, obviously, we want to reward our loyal watchers, people that watch us every Tuesday. So, if you buy any amount of tickets, it can be $10, it can be $100, whatever. We're going to draw someone out who buys their tickets while we're live on air, and we're going to give them a $100 upgrade. We're going to give them $100 worth of tickets extra. So you could buy $10, then you could have 100 tickets. So you could have, buy 1 ticket, have 18 more chances of winning that prize. So good to see. Let's get into the podcast. Obviously, once you've done that, just comment tickets. Don't comment shared, comment tickets, and we'll do something to get that to you. So fuck off, Nathan Hurts. We'll get to you eventually. We've got a lot to get through before we talk about those wankers from Newcastle. Hayden, are they still Queenslanders?
They are.
I couldn't even say the line. Let's go back to Magic Round. Let's take him one back. We've all tried to escape it. We won't spend too long on it, but obviously it was a disappointing result, 34-8. Something about Parramatta and Melbourne at Magic Round just doesn't seem to work for us. 34-8 was obviously a disappointing result. We're in it for a while. The effort was there, but once again, Melbourne ran away with the game, and we sure know how to play teams back into form. Your thoughts on the game, Beardface?
Yes, that would be me. Well, from what I can remember from a couple of weeks ago, it seems like a long time ago now. I think that was, 22 drinks in, I think, at that stage, or maybe about 17. Anyway, look, 10-4 at halftime. I thought maybe if Parra could come out and score the try just after halftime, get back to 10-all, we were back in it. Just a few mistakes, and also, Harry Grant up the middle again. So, very disappointing to lose against the Storm again at Magic Round.
Yeah, common theme, isn't it? So, Jack, obviously at Magic Round had a great weekend besides the result.
Yeah, that result fucking sucked. To have Melbourne play like absolute poo and still beat us by 30, after watching all of my mates' teams win, was a real kick in the dick, in the nicest words I can think of. It was not an enjoyable game to watch.
Yeah, no, you're right. Like, I thought Magic Round sucked this year, and we're going to get to this wanker down here in the Queensland jersey soon, but Magic Round just wasn't it for me. And I don't know if it's because of the way the game's gone and how quick it's got and just, there wasn't that many good games or whatever. But I don't know if it's because we got smashed on the Saturday instead of getting smashed on the Sunday. But I just didn't seem to enjoy Magic Round as much. I didn't seem to enjoy watching footy. And everyone I've spoken to seems to feel the same. And I know clubs don't want to turn around. They don't want to take the big games to obviously, Magic Round. They want to play the blockbusters at their home ground and stuff to get the big crowds there. But NRL needs to do something next year. They need to spark up with some rivalry games or something because it just wasn't it.
Rivalry round. Make Magic Round next year, rivalry round. I
said it to Troy. I don't know if it was on the Friday or Saturday, and other people have obviously taken it now. Mate, Cronulla's jersey was red hot. I bought my brother-in-law one of them. It was that red hot. It was a nice jersey thing. Every club should have to wear either a special jersey or a heritage jersey and make it a full heritage Magic Round, heritage matchups. Give us Parramatta versus Manly or whatever. Parramatta versus Manly at Brookvale Oval, for example. It's only ever going to get 16,000, 17,000 anyway. I know they love it, but, have it at Magic Round. Manly versus Parra, home game. It's not our home game next year anyway because we're going to Vegas, So it just frustrating. Hey, what's your thoughts on it?
I'm the exact same as you. I thought Magic Round was a little bit lackluster. I've been to 4, and this was the one that was the game's heading in a different direction where we're still watching it for the most part, but we're obviously not happy, and we'll see the progress of that. At least there wasn't a crackdown. We've seen some of the crackdowns and things over the last couple of years, but
I was screaming for a crackdown. I was screaming for something to happen, like a crackdown, give me
only
something.
Because that was on the bingo card, wasn't it?
No, that was a sin bin. So Hayden got way into that too. Anyway, Hayden, continue. Sorry.
I thought as for our actual performance, I thought it was quite poor. To go up against the Cowboys with a really good completion rate and come away with the win, even when we fell behind. In this game, we just couldn't hold on to the ball, something we've been doing all season. But again, 50-50 calls, and I don't think this was 50-50. This was 70-30 going against us. The Mitchell Moses 40-20. Definitely a bit of a momentum killer there. I was right in front of it. He kicked that 40-20. Referee didn't call it. Touch judge didn't call it. Still don't think we go on to win that game, just like that Warriors game, but definitely denied those opportunities once again by refereeing.
I don't think we can blame the referees that one. We had so many opportunities and we fucking sucked. So let's be honest.
We lost by 30 to a team who had a 70% completion rate.
Yeah, Craig Bellamy did the classic walkout and we still and it was my fault because I didn't hit the drum enough, Hayden, but that's okay. Let's get to that match. Let's talk about the player of the match. The player of the match was Mitch Moses. 19 runs, 100. That got dropped to 68. I don't know why they had that up like that. Maybe they duplicated it, but he's been dropped to 58 run meters, so it's a big difference. But 18 tackles, 475. He tried his fucking ass off. He didn't stop trying. He played like a 5'8", and it was a great performance to watch. It's probably him, Joash, Sean Russell. There's probably one other person, Brian Kelly, I think, and Fox. They just seemed to try, and Jack Williams. They tried. Everyone else just didn't seem to really have a crack. Who was your player of the match thinking back that far, Jack?
I had Moses, and I think what I enjoyed is he finally looked like he just fired up. He had that little altercation with fucking Josh King of trying to fight halfbacks, and he was arcing up in his face, ready to scrap. And that's the Moses I want to see. Instead of him screaming at our young players, I want him to go up and staunch some fat fuck Melbourne player and get in his face instead. And I want to see more of that instead of him being passive against the other team and angry at our team.
But you might see it in 4 to 6 weeks. So, Hayden, your player of the match?
I'm actually trying to go through our messages because it's been that long that I actually forget who I picked. So come back to me when I find this.
Okay. Beardface?
Yeah, well, Mitchell was pretty good. Just wanted to win the game against Melbourne. But, I mean, again, you could say Joe Ash as well. I mean, he never stops trying, does he? And it's probably he's been rewarded with getting into that Blues Origin camp as a trainer. So yeah, he was pretty good once again. Yeah,
for sure. I'll say it again before we go to the next start, just because there's a lot more people here now, and Jez is here. So Jez has probably got no idea what the fuck is going on. He's in the background looking pretty. We'll bring him in later to preview the game. It's his one opportunity he gets to talk about his beloved night.
Have to?
Yeah, we have to. Part of his contract, unfortunately. So we're not actually doing the shared competitions night as a giveaway. We've got our raffle prize, obviously, for Vegas, the $5,000 giveaway. All you have to do is go to the link, the raffle link, buy any amount of tickets, really. You can buy whatever you want, but the first thing is $10. Once you've done that, come back, comment tickets, and we'll pick out someone to win $100 worth of tickets tonight. That's live on the podcast. So tickets is what you got to comment, not shared. And I can see who's bought them as well. So I don't think you can fucking lie to me. Jeremy's sharing it and commenting. Good stuff, Jez. You've done well. I don't know why it's so fucking long, but it's huge. Take Troy to Vegas. Look, funny you did mention Joe Ash, Troy. We'll come back to you, Hayden, eventually as well. Joe Ash was our fan voted player of the match. Obviously did a lot to impress the fans. I like how he backed his attack as well. He really backed his attack and took him on. There's a couple of times where he sliced to him and he obviously got the try as a reward there. So, Hayden, do you know who your player of the match was yet?
Unfortunately not. What date was Magic Round, guys? We talked too much.
17th of May. 16th of May.
We're at the 20th of May, boys, so we're getting
16th of May.
By the time we get to this week's game preview, we will know my man of the match.
Where was Magic Round held at again, Hayden? What state?
It was at Suncorp Stadium.
Where's that?
I was up north from New South Wales.
Our defender of the week was actually Talon Silva, 49 tackles. He missed a few in the middle, but he bounced off and got back on them, which was fine. 80-minute performance, doing his job there with Riley obviously out. So Talon took out our defender of the match. Our 3-2-1 was Mitch got the 3, Josh got the 2, and Jack Williams got the 1, putting Josh the top there on 10, Altman 7. It shows how well we've been going. Mitch is slowly making his way up, and so is Junior. But Isaiah Ongi hasn't played since round 3, I think it was, 3 or 4. It was halfway through round 4 he went off, and he's still sitting 5th and within striking distance. So if he comes back and plays to his potential, I think he'll take out that for sure. We're going to get to that later. Don't worry, he's going through the team.
I went Kelmer. I was too drunk to pick one, but from what I remember, I'll say Kelmer is what I wrote.
Oh, that's a good one, eh?
Yeah, that's a good one. Wow.
Yeah, right.
Those slushies. So, yeah. Look, obviously, Magic Round was a great time. I said it was disappointing, but it was great to catch up with everyone. Obviously, me, Troy, and Hay went up together. Got to catch up with Jack. Got to catch up with Longy as well. The majority of the crew was there. We looked sad at the event. But one positive thing about our event was it was after Parramatta got beat by 38. We managed to fill a room there. We managed to drink $1,250 worth of drinks. Thanks to BetFocus putting that on, and a couple of our sponsors, Euro Work. Obviously, Joel from League of Inches jumped on board as well in the auto place, and obviously I chucked some on as well. But $1,250 in half an hour is a fucking solid effort. We did well, but I was impressed that everyone we spoke to just seemed to be thankful to us. Thankful for what we do, thankful how the fact we haven't changed and we still put so much back to the fans. That $1,250 we could have put in our own back pocket and gone honeybees with, but we didn't do that. We definitely didn't do that. If any of our wives or girlfriends are watching, or Jack's mum, we went to that back to there and let our fans drink it. So that was great to see, and it was good to hear some good stories and catch up and make some friends along the way. So shout out to Parramatta as well. Parramatta event was awesome as well at Magic Round. Great turnout, food, drinks, really good vibe there. Really good to chat with some people as well and get our group photo that you fucking 3 idiots.
Yeah, I can see Troy just over to the left there in the corner.
Yeah, I'm just over there.
I did say to you, come and go get the photo. You just took ages because you're still fucking drunk from the night before. That was the problem,
mate. We were waiting for the pizza. You told us
talking to the fans.
Coming out. We were waiting.
That pissed off you. Anyway, it's So
we're talking to the fans.
Troy, let's run through your Magic Round. How was it? How many people bought your beers? Do you reckon? And why are you such a freeloader that just expects people to buy stuff for you?
Well, look, I had a mixture of drinks, actually. It wasn't just all beer. I think I had about 2 Guinnesses, one with the G, one without the G. I didn't split the G, unfortunately. I had vodka Red Bull. What was that one you got at the airport? Frangelico with...
I don't know. I made it as... It was
pineapple
the weirdest time with some kind of...
You got me a slushy. Yeah, I had about 5 margaritas at the Mexican joint.
So yeah, good night out. I just want to say to everyone, because there's some people out here bagging it out, don't believe everything you see on the internet as well. Troy had a few drinks, but Troy still bought some drinks as well.
Brody, I did have that pineapple rum shot too. That was the first drink on Saturday.
Spoken up at Magic Round when you had 22 drinks. Shh, I'm trying to defend you here, all right? So pipe down, rubber dub. Don't believe everything you always see on the internet. Troy mightn't have been buying drinks, but he was good in other ways of things he was buying and stuff with, Ubers and obviously food and things along the way. So not everything is what you believe on the internet. And even chuck that $1,000 in the pokies for us who won with Troy. Remember? Oh shit, I wasn't meant to mention that. So, Anyway, let's move on from Magic Round. I said we've got a lot to get through. Like I did say, we've got a new sponsor on board. I want to address this question that someone has brought up, first of all, just quickly while we're at it. So this was a thing I did with Draft Sports. I've never met NRL Soapbox before. He's actually quite a good dude, I will say that, to chat with. We had a lot of fun doing it. But Draft Sports reached out to me to do it. And the guy from Draft Sports, mate, he's got 100,000 followers, young family, what he does for work himself, and he's grown a little bit of an empire over there. So he's a really good dude, so I was happy to do it, and I'll do anything he wants. It doesn't matter who it involves. I'll do that to support him. I'm working on some stuff with him. So if you don't follow Draft Sports already, get across. He's one of the big guys, but he's a little guy at heart. Really supportive of everyone and does a lot of good stuff. So get across and check him out. Let's get to the next bit of news. So as I said, we did bring on a new sponsor this week, which is Fife Designs, one of them. So we've got a leaderboard now. This is one of the better designs. Michael didn't like it, but I like it, so that's fine. Our leading try scorers for the year: Josh Adokar, Sean Russell, Talon Silva, Ronald Volkman. Quickly go around the room. Troy, mate, who finishes the year as Parramatta's leading try scorer?
Fox.
Hayden?
Yeah, I'll go Fox.
Is of all pussy. Six is very catchable, mate. Like, Six is very catchable with what
it is, but I don't think he'll get injured. I was just trying to think if.
God!
You've gone and said it with. Yeah, I'm going to cut that up, and half your face is covered. You're lucky because Fox might come for you, but if Fox gets injured, he'll come after you. We'll come after you, and so will every fan. So, Jack.
Iongi, he's gonna come back in fucking red hot form and score 75 tries a game for the rest of the year.
Jared Hayne 2009 run.
We're winning the comp if that happens.
Yeah,
that's the plan, Joyzer.
That'll be fucking nice. So the leader for the tackles, look, Jack Williams got through a mountain of work. I will say, obviously, Riley getting hurt and Talon having to play more minutes is probably, you're copping it, Hayden. It's not going to be the first or last time you cop it tonight. 441 tackles, 160 everyone else. He's sitting, I think, 6th in the competition. Is a fantastic effort there as well. Some other stats is our offloads. No surprise, Brian Kelly. Throws a few that he probably shouldn't, but 16 offloads is brilliant. Kit Kat as well. Missed a lot of footy back this weekend, 10 offloads. He should take that up. Bailey's missed a lot of footy. And Junior now out for 4 weeks. So huge stats there. Kelly's going to be hard to catch in that regard. The offloads he throws. Line breaks. This was a little bit disappointing for me looking through this. Like 6 line breaks is the most in how many games are we in? What are we in? 12 games? 11 games we played? And only 6 line breaks. Like, no wonder we're boring to watch sometimes. It's not making it. Like, you look through this and it's like Will's there. Kelmer's obviously. Sean Russell's missed some game. 5-3-3. It's just not enough. We're not breaking the line enough. And I think the last one, run meters, no surprise really. The ones reading the runs, most runs obviously have that as well because there's the most runs. So 160 runs for Kelly, leading it with 1,389. He's getting through a shit load of work, which is good to see. I think that's pretty much it from last week's game. We don't really need to touch on anything. Can I get a shout?
Happy birthday, Dan.
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday, Dan.
Dan, Beardface will sing happy birthday to you.
And Adam will give you a peck.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dan. Happy birthday to you.
Hip hip.
Fuck, that was woeful.
All right, that's your job. Hip hip.
Man. Yeah, all right. Here you go, Dan.
All right.
I think no one's ever got that in the podcast before. Let's get it. There's a lot of news to get through, as I said. So let's start with this one. We're going to get into a full origin thing later. We've got a few injuries to get through. Mitchell Moses at the time was groin or hemi tightness. Means he's out of the New South Wales game. We now know it's confirmed as a grade 1 hamstring strain, which is apparently 2 to 3 weeks. I've had my say, and I think there's no way Mitch Moses plays before round 21 because if he comes back to play Origin, if New South Wales want him to prove his fitness, he might get a game in, I think, round 18. I think it was. No, round 17. He'd be unavailable because he'd be unavailable round 8, wouldn't back up round 19. Right? If he isn't going to play Origin, he might get back a little bit earlier, but he'll miss those games. It's just disappointing. And I know everyone's feeling the frustration. A lot of Parra fans are feeling the frustration. But 2 years in a row, well, 4 years in a row he's been injured for New South Wales, but 2 years in a row he's been injured in camp. Now, everybody knows, and I've openly heard Parramatta talk about these different things, that Parramatta performance and Parramatta coaching staff do a lot to manage Mitchell's load, right? He's obviously had his run of injuries in the last few years, and they do a lot. I don't know what's going on with his body, and I don't really want to comment on it. A lot of people have assumptions on what's going on. He's getting old, he's breaking down, whatever. But The reality is he keeps picking up these injuries and the club's done something to manage that to play him. He's played every game for Parramatta this year. He hasn't been 100% in every game, but they've got him to the games. As our $1.3 million halfback, our captain of the club, that's the most important thing is to get him to the game, you know? And we get up to these periods now with Origin period, like where he'd probably get a bit of a rest with bye period and stuff. He goes into Origin camp 2 years in a row. Parramatta give the New South Wales performance staff a management plan for how to manage him. You know what they do? They fuck it up. They fuck it up once again. Mitchell Moses was injured on Thursday. He first knows his twinge on Thursday. Now, whether he reported straight away or not, I don't know. But what I know is that Matt Burton was told on Friday he was coming into camp after games. So that's questions that have been asked about that straight away because Matt Burton was then allowed to play in the who'd the Bulldogs play on the weekend?
Storm.
Storm on Friday night, and he was told he was coming in, right? So if I'm Melbourne, I'm going straight to the NRL and saying, hang on, he was told on Friday night he was coming in. Why was he allowed to play? Because Matt Burton killed Melbourne, and he was a difference in that game. That's a whole nother point for a whole nother time, and I don't really give a fuck about Melbourne. But I was hoping you said someone else. I really didn't watch much footy on the weekend. I enjoyed the bye weekend off. Mitchell Moses does that injury. On Monday, they do an opposed session against the Knights where he re-injures or the hemi doesn't get any better. He's then put through, people saying extras and sprints, but he was put through a fitness test to see how it was. Right? Now, if you knew he was carrying this injury, wouldn't you have him doing the fitness test instead of doing it? No. They went with the approach of it's Origin, it's harder, he needs to be up to the level of Origin. If you don't think he's up to the level of Origin and you don't think he can handle it anymore, don't fucking pick him, right? Don't turn around. Our season's on life support, and it's probably done anyway, let's be honest, but our season's on life support, and now it's completely fucked because we lose our halfback, our captain, our highest paid player for God knows how long. Just because you pick him and you want to run that risk to push him and see how he can go. That's what needs to be looked at. And I know Parramatta, I know they did last year, they'll ask a New South Wales questions. I hope they go because the hard questions need to be asked why this keeps fucking happening. Hayden, you're a Queenslander. You don't get a fucking say. Troy, what do you think about it?
Mate, just everything that you said, and I'm sick of it. As you said, he's our highest paid player, and it just seems to happen year after year when he goes into New South Wales camp. Why doesn't the New South Wales medicos listen to what Parramatta medicos have to say about managing his load? Simple. It's not rocket science. But, it's if I was Mitch, I probably would be hesitant. I know he wants to play for New South Wales. I'd be hesitant to go back in next either game 3 or next year.
Let's talk about that as well before I go to Jack. Actually, no, we'll come back to that. Jack, you know a lot about managing loads. What's your thoughts on it?
Well, obviously, fucking not happy about it, but there is a theory that's been thrown around. Mitchell's body is so used to have to do everything for Parramatta with no help whatsoever that when he went into camp and all this extra talent around him, his body didn't know how to handle it and seized up, and that's how he got the injury.
Yeah, that's a good theory. Everything's been said. Hayden, I'm going to let you have your say, even though you had it in the comments. Hayden?
I've put it there, and you made a good point in relation to Parramatta handling it a lot well. Back previously, when it first happened, it was happening constantly, and I didn't think Parramatta handled it well. But obviously, they've had plans in place to get him back to those games late in the season when we need him. But now, obviously, back-to-back years in the New South Wales camp, this has happened. And as I said, I've seen a lot of random stats guys' stats, and our stats of winning games without Mitchell Moses is a very tough road ahead.
I want to highlight because people are going there in the comments and people went to it straight away. They should be coming at Mitch for this. Like, there was a time where I thought to myself, I wish Mitch would give up Origin and just play, for Parramatta and focus on Parramatta. But we'll get to my post I did the other week about Parramatta's recruitment and stuff. And I want Mitch playing at that best level because I think he deserves it. Let's be honest, like what he's had to play around with, he deserves to be playing at that best level with the best players and not trying to have to do everything. If we're in a situation next year where, we're close to winning the comp, which I don't think we will be, by the way, but if we are, I might think differently. I might struggle and I might change my mind there and I might think, okay, Mitch, and he might make that decision himself. He might go, shit, we know Mitchell wants to win a comp, right? But Parramatta weren't a legitimate chance of winning a comp this year, let's be honest. I don't think anyone thought that, So even Parramaxi knew Parramatta weren't going to win a comp. So shout out to Parramaxi, had a great time with him in Suncorp. So where's Suncorp, Hayden?
It's 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 below Cairns.
Fuck, that's a long way below Cairns. So, the Queenslander doesn't even know how far Cairns is from Brisbane. There's a lot of places you could have named. He's only ever been to Brisbane anyway. Yeah, like I said, it's really disappointing. We're all disappointed, but look, yeah, Adam, good point. I was actually talking to Joel from League of Inches about this today, and he said, yeah, Queensland gave medal. We had a niggle. We didn't do that. And Jay, to your comment, you're wanker. Jay's my mate, by the way, guys. He's still a wanker. But he is an adult. He can manage his own load, but I have a pretty decent source that told me that they really pushed him to make sure he was ready to go. He was really pushed after he told him about the injury. So that's the disappointing thing. That they generally thought if he couldn't get through training, he wouldn't get through the game. Now, Mitch has got through games injured for Parramatta several times, like half our team has this year. Shout out to Junior Paulo as well. We'll get to that soon. But let's move on. We could talk about that all night. It's frustrating. We'll go to some of the other injuries. There's the Mitchell Moses one, as I said. Junior Paulo, tough bastard. When we just went through the stats, he's obviously topping most of our stats leaderboards for forwards. Been carrying that knee injury for quite a while. Got a knee clean out arthroscope. Will miss 4 weeks. Waited till Sam Tuivasa got back to have that surgery. So good job, Junior. You've been one of our best on the field. I hope you get that contract extension soon. You get to play 3 against Parramatta with your role off the bench, as I've said several times. Jonah Peasant's an interesting one. Reports say he was named to play 7 this week up until this afternoon where he left training with a hamstring injury. Now, this is a re-aggravation of a previous hamstring injury, and there's been a lot of questions about Jonah's approach and Jonah's, I guess, role at Parramatta and how he come to the club and all this kind of stuff, and everyone hasn't been a real fan of it. It's going down as probably the worst signing in Parramatta history, and we've had some. I always believed his role was to be the backup 7, play New South Wales Cup when Mitch was out, play 7. Now, we put him on show early and played him at 5'8", and the fans gave it to him, and he went downhill, and he seemed to take that personally the way fans were giving it to him. Now we're in a situation where, hamstring injury or not, it seems like Jonah Peasant doesn't really want to play first grade for Parramatta. He's going to get $500,000 to play New South Wales Cup for the rest of the year. What's your thoughts on it, Jack? I know you'll be honest and truthful.
Oh, it's frustrating. Hopefully, how do I say this? Hopefully he is injured, not in a bad way, but that he's not just cracking the sides. Like, hopefully this is legit what's happening, because watching him play Cup, when he's actually playing 7, he's going to be a quality 7. He wasn't a fan of how the fans jumped on him after the first few weeks, which is fair enough. But if he's actually just packed his bag and left because the fans gave it to him, then he probably is in the wrong industry, because fan criticism isn't going to go away anytime soon, especially if you want to go up and play 7 for Brisbane next year. It's going to be just as bad, if not worse, if he starts playing shit there.
And that's what I'm disappointed with. Like, he had a genuine chance in his preferred position to come out and prove a point and put a claim on that. And it can go either way. He could have come out and played like shit in the 7 jersey, and Brisbane could have gone, fuck, what have we done? Either way, he's going to have to prove himself at Brisbane in preseason. But it's just, it's disappointing, the lack of football he's played when a time when we need him. Hayden, thoughts?
Yeah, I'm like Jack. I mean, you've got to be open to fan criticism. I think that I don't know if the injury is legitimate. I take it with a grain of salt, but it just seems like really off timing when you're playing pretty well in Cup. I know anything can happen, but that opportunity was going to be his this week, regardless if he's going to be there next year. He's part of this team, and just seems very, very odd that Mitchell Moses was probably going to back up from Origin, and Jonah could have been easily named in that 6.
Wasn't going to back up, but yep. Troy?
Yeah, I think, is he thinking maybe it's already halfway through the season, Parramatta aren't doing that good, I've just got my eyes on next year, perhaps. He came to the club and a little bit of expectation, as you have with a player like that, and it hasn't worked for him at Parramatta. And I don't know, maybe he's just thinking, you have to think, it is an injury. That's what they've said, but, stranger things have happened. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens in the coming weeks.
Yeah, I agree. Let's just wait and see what happens. Look, final time I'll say this, I'm not posting again. Post link one more time. Raffle tickets are up for the $5,000 prize for the Vegas trip. We're going to get to the Vegas stuff soon as well. And we're going to preview our packages that will go out tomorrow as well that we've been organised. But buy any amount of tickets and come back and comment tickets, Jez will star it, and we'll draw out someone to win $100 worth of tickets later. and I can check.
You should let people know that they can't enter it if they're from the Sunshine State as well. A lot of comments coming through about.
Oh, they can. Okay, so there's a little loophole if you're watching from that state that Hayden can't mention. Queensland. We've been in the word Queensland. People haven't worked it out by now. All you have to do is change your address, guys. Queensland's a bit of a sissy fucking fairy state, and they don't like stuff. There's no doubt about that. So all you have to do is put any New South Wales address in. I'm not going to check the addresses. You can put any New South Wales address in. You can put Troy's house, my house, make up one. P. Sherman, 42 Willoughby Way, Sydney. That'll be fine. Actually, put your actual name, just 42 Willoughby Way, Sydney. 2000, New South Wales. Put that, and yeah, you can buy tickets. There's a loophole around that, so go ahead and do that. Let's move on. Origin time, eh?
How have you not done a poll tonight as well? Remember, you got your little poll feature that you like coming up on the screen.
I didn't teach Jess how to do it. Okay, hang on. Yeah, that's a good. I got to remember how to do it. Widgets poll. Okay, new poll is. Okay.
Can I just give Raymond a shout out? He's a very positive fella, isn't he?
Yeah, he did ask for a shout out before. I'm pretty sure Raymond's actually a local Maitland boy, so obviously be at the game this week as well.
I think I know what he's going to do.
Yeah, I'm getting one ready.
Does it start
Just talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, talk amongst yourself. There you go, guys.
It is what it is, Hayden. It is what it is.
It is what it is. Is Hayden a Queensland loser? Well, I was meant to say Queensland loser. Is he a loser for a Queensland? Yes, no. Vote ahead. Type 1 for yes, 2 for no, and get into it, because I forgot about that actually, Hayden. I'm glad you mentioned that. Look what you've done. We'll bring that up for later on. So.
I thought you were going to do is Jonah injured. When I heard is and then someone's name, I thought is Jonah injured.
Hayden's there typing 2.
Yeah. All right, New South Wales. So someone voted your way. Is your missus and your mum watching, or your nan or something? Let's go through the New South Wales team this week. Obviously, it's changed. Mitchell Moses not in the graphic anymore. James Tedesco at fullback. Brian Tahoe. Actually, this is your job, Hayden. Sorry, can you run through this New South Wales team for me?
At fullback, James Tedesco has been recalled for the Blues. On the wings, Brian To'o and Tolatau Kula. I don't know if I've said that right. Manly names and me just don't go together. In the centres, Stephen Crichton and Katoni Staggs getting a recall. Number 6 is not Mitchell Moses. Let's bring it in. Number 18, Ethan Strange. If he scores tomorrow night, stranger things have happened. Number 7, Nathan Cleary. Number 8, Adam Fanua-Blake making his Blues debut. Number 9, Reece Robson, and 10, Barnett. Number 11, Hudson Young, and number 12, Hamole Olakawatu. Number 13, Isaiah Yeo. Surely that gets me some 2s in the comments, guys, for the pronunciation. Number 14, Cameron Murray. Number 15, Victor Radley, who will be spending 10 in the bin. 16, Jacob Saifidi. But do we care about the Knights? No. Number 17, Blake Brayley. Number 19, Casey McLean. And I don't know if 20 is Dylan Lucas. I believe it's Matt Burton, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Matt Burton will be 21, I reckon.
Yeah, but Matt Burton will come in and Dylan Lucas will top off. But he knew that because he watches New South Wales because he loves them. So
is it Casey McLean or Casey Maguire? I got confused.
I should have done that. I didn't even think there was too much else going on.
Look, before we talk Origin, give our preview. This is having funny. I'm about to hide the. I'm going to work out how to hide it. That's a problem.
I've got too much of an X-rated profile picture to be commenting on it.
Yeah. Look, first of all, congrats to Joash. Joash was called into the development thing. He went out there for 2 days. I think it was him, Blaze Talangi, Matt Croker, and someone else.
Tommy Hazelton.
Yeah, Tommy Hazelton from the Sharks, all called in for that job. It's believed Laurie Daly called him in because the effort he's been showing and the spark he's had. So great to see for Joash. Well deserved. Been playing some great footy for Parra, and great opportunity to go learn off someone like James Tedesco. Obviously Mitchell Moses was at 5'8", playing 5'8" this week. We'll get that later. Great opportunity there. But it's good to see Blaze there as well. I've got huge respect for Blaze Talangi, the way he was at Parramatta, obviously the one that got away. I don't think any of us are ever going to be happy about that, but deserves that opportunity and he'll be getting close to an Origin call-up one day. So let's get into Origin. Let's talk Origin. Hayden, we'll let you go first, mate. Who wins tomorrow night's game? What's the score? Give us a game rundown.
Well, I think it's going to be just like last year, and we're going to have to do it the hard
Oh, music to my ears.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
It wasn't you?
No, it wasn't me. So I'm going to bring Jez in now anyway for this. So there you go. Okay, and you come back. Sorry, mate. There you go. Jez is in anyway because Origin. And...
It's the bloke from League of Inches. How you going, Jez?
I just had to cheekily mute the Queensland flog. I voted one so many times as well. It was great.
I think Jez and I voted him about 12 times between us.
Jez wasn't here for the polls, and we've got to chuck some polls up. So I'll chuck one up while you're talking, Hayden. Fire it away. Give us the game rundown, mate.
Yeah, look, I think that just like last year, game one's going to go a certain way, but game 2 and 3 go the other way. We're going to do it the hard way. I'm talking about Kalen Ponga's team getting the shield, but I think that the Blues win game 1. I hope I'm wrong. I won't be there tomorrow night. I think it's going to be a game where our combinations will show late towards game 2, but I think we'll be playing a bit of catch-up footy. So I'm going to go with the Blues to win 26-16, and I've got Hudson Young, first try scorer, with Jojo Fafita, the debutant. I nearly said it then. Shit. To score a try.
Yeah, good. Troy, mate, I'll remove that from your face. What are you going?
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting because there's a lot of new different players in this year. Looking forward to seeing Victor Radley play. Player who's built for Origin, isn't he? With that aggression. Yeah.
What the fuck's going on here? Darren, you can only comment once, you jerk. How the fuck are Queensland winning this poll? Fuck me. All right, sorry, Troy.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, so looking forward to seeing Victor Radley get on there, cross that white line, make some damage to those Queenslanders, legally, of course. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Ashley Ryan referee.
Yeah, I agree.
16.
Look, I think it's going to be 3-0 whitewash. I'm throwing it out there to New South Wales, winning each game by 60 just for Hayden. 60-6. We'll let Ponga score for you, bud. But I actually think that Ethan Strange is going to kill it. I think this will be a coming out party for him tomorrow night. I see a world, don't shoot me, where Moses struggles to get back into Origin because of how well Ethan Strange plays tomorrow.
I thought Laurie said Jasmine Strange was playing. I didn't realize it was Ethan. Oh, so Ethan Strange is playing. Okay, got you. Sorry, cool. Good no. Laurie, you're getting his names mixed up. It's a bit confusing. So, anything else to add, Jack?
Hayden, I hate you.
Yeah, fair shout. Jez, mate, welcome. This is your big moment. This is the Knights preview. Wearing your talking Parra hat. Thoughts on Origin?
Hayden's a flog. First thought. Second thought is it's going to be 3-0. And I agree, Jack. I like the narrative of Ethan Strange stepping up in Origin and making it his.
Yep.
And I did like the coming out party. I thought that was fun. Yeah. More coming out parties, guys.
Yeah. Look, I think New South Wales are going to struggle with that Mitchell Moses. They always do, but being at New South Wales, being game 1, the New South Wales, the way that Peter Vlandis and current acting CEO Peter Vlandis as well, the two men in 2 jobs, wants the game. They'll want a game 3. So New South Wales have to win this game. They will have to win this game, I think. So, look, I see New South Wales scraping. I'm going to say 16-14 or something like that. First try scorer at Parramatta bound Brian Toho. So that'll be great to see. In case you haven't seen that video, it's fucking hilarious. I'll post it tomorrow. One of his best. So, look, not much else to add from Origin, really. If you go on the game, let us know. Yep.
Before we go on, are you all sick because you were all together at Magic Round?
Something happened at Magic Round, and everyone I've spoken to from Magic Round has been sick.
You're all hacking and coughing. Is there another coming out party happening soon, or?
I only hung out with them for a night and I got sick.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Like someone Hayden said in the comments, like COVID. I don't know if COVID's back, but I mean,
I reckon someone at the brewery company was spitting in people's drinks and they weren't looking.
Y'all
just gonna
kissing
blame
in the
Jetstar.
background.
It hasn't even been. I've like Joel was sick as well. I think there's been so many people that have been sick from Magic Round. I don't know what happened. Like I didn't even spend much time with these guys. I fucking got sick of them after the plane trip up.
I got a theory that Tanya spiked the plane water.
I wasn't offered any. Shout out to Jetstar. Great to see. Love you guys. Love your work. So
Before we move on, Origin question: is this now the great opportunity for Cleary to make it his team? Like he's the dominant half now, and will that be better than having two very strong halves running the game?
I think the difference is now that James Tedesco's there makes a massive difference to Cleary's game. Like when he had Luai there or whoever there and Dylan Edwards there, it was easy to fall back into that Penrith style of play. Having Tedesco and Ethan Strange there gives him a massive opportunities to play a different style and come up with their own creative style, assuming that Laurie has the brains to do that. And obviously he's still got Brian Tahal there as well, and Crichton's been part of that. But I think that there is an opportunity, yes. And I think he needs it. Like he's off contract at the end of next year. He's going for love or he's going to England or something, whatever. He's kind of on this year and next year. If he doesn't prove a point, he's always going to look to that player that was fantastic, won 4 comps, but couldn't match it at rep level. What's your thoughts, Pre?
Well, if he wants to become a immortal of the game, then the old saying is he's got to own Origin, doesn't he? Andrew Johns is the GOAT, and Cleary won't become the GOAT if he can't win an Origin series for New South Wales. He's obviously won series before, but that was the players around him. But this is his moment. With Mitchell not playing now, he's going to take control, and if he doesn't do it and New South Wales lose, well, then the pressure will be right on him.
Yeah, fair shout. Jack, you had something to say?
Well, I always see it as when New South Wales are on the front foot, Cleary's on the front foot. Like the games where you say that Cleary's dominated is when New South Wales is dominated. Whenever we're on the back foot, he struggles. I also wanted to see Murray start at lock over Yao. I want to get rid of any inkling of a Penrith system. I want to see him play kind of the way he's been playing this year, where he's taken 15, 20 runs a game and showing off that running game and playing more eyes-up footy than just Yao to Cleary, out the back, because Queensland is going to eat that fucking up all night. So I just want to see something a bit different because I'm fucking sick of Penrith ball in Origin.
Fair shout. Hayden, what do you think?
I think without
It doesn't matter what you think. I got him again. I fucking got him again. No, you don't get a say on this. You actually don't get a say on this one with that disgusting jersey on. But we'll ask you this question, Hayden. As a Queenslander, when you look at this and you see New South Wales are out to fight, out to bash people, Aiden Fanua-Blake, Mitch Barnett, Ola Kawaki, Hudson Young, coming off the bench, Victor Radley. There's no one else on the bench that wants to fight. Sorry, Jacob Safidi. But looking at those two front rowers and Hudson Young alone, can anyone in Queensland, if there's a bit of brouhaha, a bit of target on the line, who in the Queensland team can step up and match it with those guys if it gets a bit aggressive? Because I'm looking through them. They look like a bunch of pussies. Like you got
I think when it comes to...
Whoa. You're not talking yet, Queensland jerk. Flegler's a cat. Tino's a cat. Capewell's a cat. Cotter, he might have the dog in him, but he can't fight. There's no way he can fight. Max Claff.
Hey, Adam, you're not giving Tino enough credit. While there's a brouhaha in the middle, he will try and choke out Brian Toto sitting in the corner, Evan tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll rip his jersey.
Come on, Ethan Strange. Yeah. You'll go for Ethan Strange for sure.
He'll go for John Strange in the crowd.
That's the only one I can think of is Lindsay Collins off the bench, unless they start. If I'm Queensland, I'm starting Lindsay Collins over Flegler because I just think they haven't got someone with the dog in him to go for it early on if it's on early on. And I think that's what the game needs, what NRL needs at the moment, is a fucking brawl in Origin. Because everyone hates the game. Who can sit here and say they love the game at the moment? Jez's team's coming fourth. He doesn't even fucking love the game, right? We want to see a fight. I want to see someone smash someone. I want to see an all-in brawl. I want to turn to my son next to me, who probably shouldn't be going the game at 5 years old in a school night, and say, that's what Origin's about, son. That's the good old days. Don't do it on the footy field on Saturday like you tried to do last week. Hayden, have your say now.
First of all, without Haas and Latrell, I just think yous are a bunch of cats and you're missing some big names. So coming to the aggression side of things, I would say that Patrick Carrigan off the bench, a little bit of experience there. I think he's got a bit of mongrel in him. You mentioned Max Plath. He's been given a massive opportunity with that Origin debut. So regardless of what he does in a Dolphins jersey, once he puts on this jersey, you're going to see him rip shreds. So for me, it's Max Plath and Patrick Carrigan, and a couple of comments there, Lindsay Collins. I think Lindsay Collins will absolutely rip in if there's a fight on the field. I think Tino will sit back, to be honest. I think there's other names that will just get in there.
What jersey is he wearing?
Tino doesn't shoulder first tackle.
Tino doesn't have Haas to pick on this time.
I've got
what jersey is he wearing?
He's wearing a jersey from the Sunshine.
It's a shit jersey. That's what it is, Troy's.
I've got a direct link to Hudson Young, Hayden. Would you openly like to call him a cat or not? Like, if I could organise that, would you call him a cat to his face?
No. I mean, look, Hudson Young, I'm backing you for first try scorer tomorrow night.
You're a cat, but please score first.
Yeah. Fuck. Look, I think we can leave Origin there before we get too stuck into Hayden being a filthy fucking Queenslander.
New South Wales.
Yeah. Look, Matt Burton rumours are floating around. They've been floating around a while. I had my say on this. I think Matt Burton is a solid centre. I've never rated him as a 5'8", to be honest. He's got a great kicking game, but I don't think he's a 5'8" winner. I don't think it's happening anymore, even when they were considering. I don't think it's happening now. But what I will say is the money he was going to go for, I think that's the kind of money that Herbie will go for, and I'd rather get Herbie. Would you have Matt Burton at the Eels, Jack?
Yes.
You would? Yep. What position?
Is it explanation or is it just...
I don't have to go into too much detail. I've got a bit to get through. What position?
I thought about it. I would sign him on a 3-year deal. I'd have him at 6. I'd go Lorenzo and Fletcher, go dominate cup for a few years. When that deal ends, I go, Burton, we'd love to keep you, but you're playing fucking centre, yes or no? If he says no, out the door. Thanks for coming. If he says yes, cool. Even better news, you're taking less money because you're now a centre.
What price would you give him to start with?
Well, if you want to play that...
Just talk that Perth are going to offer him $1.3 million.
And that's
what Mitchell Moses is on. And
I'd go anywhere from 900 to 1.1. I go a little bit less than Perth. I go, mate, you can come play 6 with Mitch Moses and you don't have to move your family to the other side of the fucking country. What do you reckon?
Yeah, that's the best shot. Joy?
Nah, I'd go for Herbie instead. I wouldn't have Burton.
Yep. Hayden?
Yeah, I'd probably go Herbie over Burton for me as well.
Jez, I'm not going to ask you Parramatta later, but would you have Burton at your team? I know you need a half. You've got a few, but you need a half.
Yeah, a few vacancies there. I would, because he's versatile. His position is centre, but he can play anywhere as well. So to have him in your squad, and I think it could be the signing that Parramatta needs at the moment. You could also build something around him.
I need a big signing. I just don't think
I'm just fucking sick of seeing the Dragons sign fucking quality players when they haven't won a game since I was fucking 11 years old. And then the Cowboys go sign 2 outside backs while they have 0 head coach lined up for the future because they won't re-sign Todd Payton. And we're out here going, cool, we just signed Brian Kelly's grandson, so he's ready to go in 30 years. Like, we're not fucking signing anybody. Jesus, it's so stupid.
Let's get into this because I wasn't going to get into it, but we're going to get
into it. Look, it is what it is, Jack. I mean, come on.
No, it's not, Troy. It's not is what it is.
He doesn't get the Jetstar flight. So look,
no.
I wrote an article the other day relevant to this, and obviously it upset a few people, and I was trying to be careful what I said. I'm not going to lie, but it was called "What's the Matter, Parramatta?" because we've all heard that before. It's probably the longest I've ever written in my life, and I chat GPT'd it after I read it to make sure there's no spelling errors and make it sound a little bit better. But fans always ask us, what's the matter, Parramatta? And I've been finding myself, especially after the weekend. I was flat after that Magic round. And it wasn't because I had to put up with Troy and Hayden all weekend and didn't spend enough quality time with Jack. But I was flat, and I find myself for the first time like just really down on sport and not caring. And I looked at it and I thought to myself that people are right. Like, our club's been a joke for 40 years. They've been a laughing stock for so long, and we can't land these players. Like, you know, like as Jack just said, St. George, like the Cowboys are off landing players. We hear so much about Parramatta gunner sign players that doesn't happen. We miss out. And I guess what I do want to say is that statements were made a little while back by Jim Sarantanis. I'm not afraid to say his name of that because he did make the statement that, we're not a club that had to sign overs for players. We don't want to pay overs. So we're a club that can attract players without paying overs for them. A lot's changed since 2022. We were a top 4 team. We're now that club that we need to sign someone. And I said in my post, and I'll say it again, these guys have from November 1 this year till the start of next season to sign someone big for 2028. If that doesn't happen, questions start to need to be asked about the we know now we've got to spend overs for players, so we've got to go off and chase them. And Dylan Lucas, Hermie Farber, they need to be our top our top targets. Herbie's going to test the open market. He's going to say, show me the money. Good on him. He's one of the best centers in the game. Probably the second best center in the game behind Latrell when Latrell's on. And he deserves that money. $1.3 million, we'll get him there if we want to spend that money. And we need him. We need that spark in our backline. Dylan Lucas wants $950,000. I say now Newcastle can only offer him $600,000. Now, it's 1.5 hours. He's very close to people in Newcastle. It's 1.5 hours. Do it a lot to travel from Newcastle to Parramatta. We're his closest destination club to come to without having to pack things up and move, really. He's obviously going to move to be here, but it's a quick trip up the freeway. If we offer him probably the $951 million, we get him as well. And there we go. We've shaped it. We've got all these good young kids coming through. We've got some players, this year they've come out Kidio Nikitoga, who's going to get better, Sam Tuivasa, Tony Mattielli, Joash Papali'i, Jordan Semrani. They're not on big money, and they're not going to be on big money, 2-3 years because they've still got to prove themselves a lot more like they're doing now. If we sign these two players with Mitchell Moses there in 2028 and whoever's playing 5'8" at that stage, whether it be Joash, whether it be Lorenzo, I think, it's a genuine window for 2-3 years with those players there. Some good young front rowers going through. We probably splash and sign another front row as well because Junior will retire at the end of next year. It just needs to happen. We need to stop becoming the laughing joke and hearing about this 40 years thing. We don't need Fletcher Sharp. I'm sorry, I can't jump on that one. The last thing we need is a fullback, and we've got two capable 5'8s as well. So, Troy, I know you've been pretty passionate, pretty upset about it as well. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, well, I think they're going to have to do something. And I was just thinking then whilst you were talking, you sign one big name and then other big names start to look and say, okay, well, maybe Parramatta is the club I want to go to because, this player signed with that club. But, I mean, we should be attracting these big name players. I mean, we keep on hearing that we've got we do have it, the world's best centre of excellence. We play at CommBank Stadium, one of the best stadiums in the world. And, we've got big financial backing as well from in the area. Parramatta's a massive area. So I can't see, if anyone wants to challenge themselves, these big name players, I can't see why not they will not come to Parramatta and try and be known as those players that win a comp for Parramatta.
Yeah, it's hard. And you've made a very valid point. That's what's happened at St. George. Like Jack said, we've got coach. They don't even know who their coaches are, and the kind of players. They threw $250,000 extra than what we threw at Olakau'atu. No, not Olakau'atu. What's his name again? Kalamatangi, the other one. I just want to say Olakau'atu because I can say it proudly. Kalamatangi, they paid $250,000. It's well over for what he's worth, but they've gone and signed Drinkwater. They've gone and signed Metcalf now, and they're a team that hasn't won a game yet that's somehow signing better players than us. And look, do we need Drinkwater? No. Do we need Metcalf? No, but we certainly could have used Keon. If we paid overs, God knows who else we would have got. I just hope they're planning something big, and they're planning something big for November 1st. I hope November 1st, we're not picking up the phone. November 1st, 001, just after midnight, we're fucking catching up with Dylan Lucas at King Street Macca's after he's had a night out, and we're saying, Dylan, sign this contract on this paper napkin. Well, we'll sort the details out later. Sign it in this paper napkin. Make it happen.
Good news, Dylan. We just bought you a large Big Mac meal. 132 is your answer. Number, sign the dotted line right now.
Well, come down to Bay Vista. We'll sort you out.
100%. We could host the fucking meetings and get it done.
Yeah, let's get.
Probably broke in no time, but
I reckon Adam and I, sorry boys, but we can only pick two, and Adam's kind of my boss, not boss. We are in charge of recruiting, and we're fucking door knocking every big name, and we go, mate, hop in this fucking car, psych into fucking up. We're going to the center of excellence. How much money you want? Done. Here's it in a fucking bag. Sign this contract. I'll catch a fucking January 1st, 28. Let's get rocking and rolling. Done.
It worked for the Melbourne Storm. Do not talk about this. It never happened. Don't tell anyone what happened. Like
Close your eyes.
Oh, which book are you signing?
Well, Melbourne Storm players didn't remember when they fucking signed false contracts. So, that's all these players remember.
In all honesty, back 5 years ago when we were top 4 side, we could pay market value for these players because we were an attractive club. Since that grand final, we have gotten worse and worse and worse, except for little patches. And we're now the club who has to sign overs to get players in because no one wants to go play for a shit club that has won in 40 years. But money fucking talks. So we're going to push away that pride for a little bit, pay some overs for some above average players which we haven't signed since fucking Mitch Moses, and start winning some fucking games. I'm sick of my weekend being ruined because we're down 30-0 after 10 minutes because we've got the ruck speed.
Wait, we scored the first try and it was glorious. It was like when we were in Melbourne when we scored the first try. I thought we were going to win the comp.
Yeah, and then what happened after the first try?
It went to shit. Hayden, your thoughts on
exactly.
Yeah, we absolutely need to pay overs. It's been too long now, and there's been, what ifs. I think we weren't that close to Luke Metcalf, but Keon was very, very close. I want to get that text message saying Parramatta won from Grilled to get my free burger, so it's time to pay overs.
Yeah, we've had some good burgers this year. I'm actually using this year for the first time. Shout to Grilled if you want to come on board, let us know. Because you don't really get a say in this, but I know you've obviously seen my disappointment go down the last. From obviously expecting something from the preseason to now. I know that, as a friend of a long time, you see it, but what do Parramatta need to do? Like from an outsider, what do Parramatta need to do?
From what it seems, it stinks of culture. So, the whole front end, back end part of the house, if they're not gelling, then it's just not going to work. And it's not the fact that players don't want to come because you're going through a rebuild. Like, look at the Dragons, look at North Queensland. Like, they're signing players and they're not in the best form at the moment. The Dragons are in the biggest rebuild of their club. So
it's not
call
it a rebuild. They're rock bottom.
That's right. Yeah. So, you can't even say that since that grand final that you're going through, that the rebuild would be part of the reason that players aren't coming. It has to be questions around what is being offered. It has to be questions around what is actually happening behind those doors at Parramatta, because players just don't want to go there. And it sucks. I see you guys, I sit in the background most weeks and listen to you whinge about how crap your team is at the moment. I don't want it to be that way because it brings me down. Even if I've had a win, it brings me down too. So I think it's time to most
What about this week?
Shut up, Hayden. Look at that fucking dude. Shut up. Sorry, mate. But it's true. It just stinks that there is something happening at that club and they need to be flushed out before anything happens on the field.
Yeah. Shout. And we're not saying what that is. Obviously, we're just kind of saying something needs to change and need to work out the reasons why we can't attract these players and need to make it happen. Let's move on. Obviously, some exciting news and we're all traveling. I don't think Jazz is because his team played this year. So unless anyone wants to sponsor his podcast that he doesn't have, but don't post it on Facebook because people will fucking come at you if you do that. So Vegas has finally announced, it's been rumoured for quite a while, where NRL really looked after us. Obviously, we're not playing the Melbourne Storm like we have the last 2 years. NRL with a classic banter turned around said, we won't give you the team that put 50 points on you in round 1. We'll give the team that put 50 points on you in round 6 instead. So we're off to play the Gold Coast Titans, which is going to be very interesting across there at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, 27th to 2nd. I'm already booked to head over. I know Hayden's done as well. Jack's obviously working on it. Troy, you've seen he's trying to get there as well. But I'm going to drop you a little preview for tonight because we've been working really hard with the people from, I'll give Ben obviously shout as well, Ben from Hello World at Stanhope Gardens. What this is about for us, obviously we've done the raffle, we've mentioned the raffle, and a lot of people bought tickets tonight. If you haven't done that, you've just got about 10 more minutes to do it and we'll draw that winner. But what this is about for us is getting as many Parramatta fans there across there as possible, giving everyone a chance to get to the game and have an experience you won't forget, win, lose, or draw, probably the second two most likely, but given my recent round ones. But we're never out in it to make money. I don't think we've ever done this podcast to make money, to be honest. We give so much back, but we just wanted to create a package. I saw the NRL packages come out. I've got to be careful what I say, but they scream to me of aim for the rich and not aim for the everyday fan. $7,000 for flights, accommodation, and game ticket is ridiculous. I was lucky. I took a punt. I booked a couple of days early before everything got announced, and I got across pretty cheaply myself for my accommodation. I had something to look after my flights. So, but what's happened now, we've gone and we've done this package, and Parramatta haven't announced their packages yet, but we've done this package. It's from 3,500 per person. I need to obviously say it's from, because we know things can change pretty quickly. Hotels can go up pretty quickly. So the quicker you book, from 9 o'clock tomorrow, you can get on, you can book that. Call up Stanhope Gardens. The number's there down the bottom. I'll say it now in case anyone wants to write it down. 0288 888 0766. Write that down. I want to call them from 9 o'clock tomorrow. It's going to be first. Those first 40 packages will go quickly, and we'll obviously look at doing more, but we can't guarantee the prices. So it's 4 nights accommodation, return flights, transfers. It includes a Friday activity as well. Got a few options there. I think it's a quad bike ride on the dunes, Neil Dunes, whatever they're called, helicopter ride over Vegas, a bus trip out to the Grand Canyon, which I know you've done, Hayden, as well, when you were there before. So some great experiences, 3,500 per person. Look, that's a fantastic price. It's half the price of the NRL ones, includes an activity. So, yeah, call up Hollywood tomorrow. I've dealt with Ben, obviously, so I can recommend him if you want to talk to him, and, yeah, go from there. So, awesome to see. Hopefully a lot of Parra fans say that. We're not actually posting that till 11:30 tomorrow on our socials. So, those watching get a quick preview. So, I'd be quick to call up before we post that. So, Hayden, mate, you've been to Vegas. You've done the bus trips and stuff as well. What's your advice for Vegas? How do you survive in Vegas?
I don't know. I didn't do a whole lot of gambling. Maybe this time around I will gamble responsibly. But Vegas was a lot of fun. Vegas feels like it's just an easy walk around the strip. When I went, they had a lot of roads closed due to the F1. As for the bus trip there, that's part of that package, guy, go to the Grand Canyon, and I think it was Eagle Point that I went to. Absolutely unreal. Day on the bus, great views, just a great place at night as well. When there's no game, because obviously I haven't been to a game over there, there was no NFL at the time. And also make sure you stop by Rick Harrison's pawn shop.
Yeah, Will. Pawn as if in, yeah, okay.
PAWN?
Yeah.
Okay.
True, mate, you've never been to Vegas.
What's the point?
Looking to go. I know that, reaching out for some sponsorship for your Parra Cave podcast, obviously. Much controversy, but the experience of Parramatta in Vegas, how good would it be?
Are we starting a hashtag for Troy?
It'd be sensational.
People want to, but yeah, no, I don't think we can do that one. So,
yeah, look, it'd be sensational to get over there and watch Parramatta play, and just all the other teams as well, I guess. But and the location, and you see, I've watched it on TV the last 4 years, I think it is now. So, yeah, it'd be a great event. You see all the events, the NRL events that they have on there. Fremont Street, and all the fans, all the jerseys, and everything. So, yeah, it'd be great to get over there and witness all that. And maybe I might be lucky enough to get over there. Maybe.
Never know. Sorry, I just want to address someone's comment up. Damien's comment. It's a fair way back. But I just don't want to spend fake stuff. We've obviously done quite a lot of work to fucking get this. I have deals 7 nights, then my return flights are 2,500. And I'm looking through now, and the only thing I can find for the Flamingo is 6 days for 4,799 for a twin share room, which means you're sharing a room with someone. So I don't know where you find that 2,500 deal. If you got it, send it through to me, and I'll have a look at it for sure. But I don't want to spread false news and get people's hopes up, because I'll be looking for that. But that's looking through the Eels ones as well. I choose my team, and I can't find anything like that at all. The cheapest I can find is 3 nights and tickets to Flamingo for $899, and trust me, you don't want to be staying at the Flamingo. Yeah, Jack, I feel like me and you could get a lot of trouble in Vegas. Will you be heading across?
I will be. Just dot my I's, crossing my T's, tying up some loose ends and whatnot. But you bet your bottom fucking dollar that Jack and Adam will be causing some serious mischief in Las Vegas.
Yeah, Damien, it's on its way. Like, I'll announce this now, and I'm trying to book venues now. But look, obviously we've done the raffle, and like I said, thanks to Hello World, Stanhope Gardens for providing that prize. Obviously, we're putting the tickets and stuff ourselves, and we've sold some raffle tickets. The money from those raffle tickets will be going to a charity event across there in Vegas. We'll pick a charity partner as well, and look, we'll have to charge for it just because of US laws, and we have to know the exact numbers. It'll be about $20 or $30 a ticket, but it'll be food and alcohol and karaoke. I'm so keen for it, and it'll be a great vibe. Just got to find that venue.
Could you imagine flame trees over in Vegas?
Yeah, talking
They're
Parra.
like, what the fuck is this guy singing?
Yeah, it's hard when you go across to different countries and try and do Australian karaoke. So,
Talking
yeah,
Parra at the Sphere.
yeah.
We'd sell it out, mate. The podcast live from the Sphere.
I just remembered I could have just said that and not typed it as a comment. But
I didn't realize you commented either. So, no, like, we definitely got a pretty cool event. It's going to happen. It's going to be fucking huge. So, that's all for Vegas. Like I said, I'll post that tomorrow. A bit more news before we get to this week's game. Trying to get to it. Adidas, it was rumored. Got a very, very reliable source. Someone's in negotiations for another club. For another company that the Eels have gone with Adidas for the 2027 season. Roosters gear looks good. Adidas is fantastic to see. Hopefully they sort out their fits, unlike Macron, and we'll actually be able to buy jerseys that fit properly. So I've accidentally turned my camera around when I was doing that. So that was
very jealous about that. That's huge.
Yeah, I know. Look, you're slowly transitioning as well. Like, you're talking Parra. I reckon we can get
I've got a coming out party later.
Yeah. I reckon we can get you in a Parramatta Adidas fucking shirt for sure, or a jersey. Like, I reckon
Maybe a jacket, maybe an All in Techers jacket if it's an Adidas one.
Yeah,
I'm hearing that Adam's going to shadow the boys' brand new Parramatta 2027 jerseys for Christmas.
I'll make it. Everyone that comes to Vegas, I'll buy as a 2027 jersey to wear in Vegas round one.
Can you put it on me as well?
Are you
I
going,
don't want you to
Jeremy?
Dress me.
Oh no, I'll buy Jez one
Yeah.
anyway, just to see him in a Parramatta jersey. That's a no-brainer. So that's a guarantee. That can be your podcast present this year. Like, what did you get last year? You've still got cups. I've still got fucking a Longies cup sitting here to give it to him.
I have taken that coffee cup to work every day since it arrived.
Yours cost me $26 fucking postage to get all out to Queensland.
Mate, I fucking rock up to my workplace in a fucking Talking Parra shirt, jacket, and coffee mug.
Yeah. Okay. I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you. I love you.
Well
I
done.
love you more.
All I do is marry your
Parra.
cousin for you to love me. So,
Yeah.
look, we've already spoken about the halves. I want to quickly touch on this. I forgot to go back to it because the graphic was too low. I want to know your Parramatta halves for the rest of the year. What you going with, Troy?
The ones named this weekend.
No,
Volkman
Mitch comes back, you know.
Well, yeah.
No.
Well,
Rest Moses for the rest of the
Oi.
year.
I'm talking
okay.
about-
Papali and Moses.
Yep, Hayden.
Yeah, Papali'i and Moses. A couple of weeks ago it was Volkman, but yeah, I'd go Papali'i and Moses.
I'm reasonably sure he signed for the Super League as well, rumours to believe. Jack?
He's got killed in Super League. Joash and Moses.
Jez, as an outsider, who is your Parramatta halves? Moses and who?
Brown and Moses when Brown comes back.
Yeah, when he resigns after 10
What?
years.
Deacon Brown,
Josh.
he's going to play 5'8".
Need to get with the side somehow, Troy.
Joash.
Joash, yep, cool. There's our Ben as well from Hello World there. Cheers, Adam. Happy to get on board. It gives me Parra fans there, also at a great price. So, look, obviously getting involved in the podcast world is great to see. So, I'll post that tomorrow. I'm obviously going the same. I'm going Mitch and Joash. I think Joash did the job there at the back end of last year. Him and Olney combined well as well. I won't lie, I'm a little bit worried about this week because Vulcans want a genuine 7, but we'll get to that now. It is the Dylan Brown Cup. Eels versus Spooncastle on Saturday, 3 o'clock at McDonald Jones Stadium. Lot to play for us. Not really much for them. They're probably going to come out and think they're going to smash us, which they probably will, but excited to see it. Jez, let's go to you first. You even go on the game or are you playing soccer? I forgot to ask you that.
No, I'm going straight there from soccer. I'll be slightly late, but Dad will be holding the fort on the hill.
Defending the kingdom on the hill. So
We'll just hold the game up for you, Jess. All right?
That'd be nice. Yeah, if you could.
We'll try.
yeah, we'll get Beardface to run on to a streak and raise some money for him for fucking Vegas. Troy, I'll go through the team list first of all. Let's give Jack, do you want to do the team list for me, mate?
Yes.
Yeah, all right. Alrighty. Round 13 lineup at fullback, Isaiah Iongi returning from injury. On the wings, Brian Kelly and Josh Adokar. Centers, Sam Riney and Russell with no Moses and no Pezzett. Mr. Ronald Volkman is 7 with Josh sliding to the 6. Front rowers of Luke Moretti and our captain, Mr. Jack Williams. Talon stays at 9 with Smith still injured. Back row of Kelmer and the returning Kit Kat with DeBellin at 13 with a bench of Walker, Guymer, Matt Ailey, Harrison Edwards making his first grade debut for Parramatta with Twiddle and Tinkum Brown as your emergencies, we'll kind of call them, 18th, 19th, and Tui Vardy, Lorenzo, and Araz Nandva rounding out this squad.
I will say that Harrison Edwards, like I said, everyone thought we were being negative about that signing. 53 tackles in New South Wales Cup.
He killed it. He was so good in Cup. He held that middle down.
He's out with a point to prove. He obviously played a fair bit of footy at the Cowboys last year, and he's been overlooked this year for some reason. So had to prove a point and take his opportunity, which is great to see. Versatile young forward. So, Trey, mate, your thoughts on the team? What do we got to do to win this game?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Harrison play in first grade, actually. So, the thoughts on the team was a bit of slim pickings to choose from, to be honest. But good to see Isaiah Iongi back. Good to see Kit Kat back. Congratulations, Jack Williams. I think it's the first time he's captain Parramatta as well. Yeah, look, it was probably the team that we could have picked. Yeah, we'll give it our best shot and get the good start, completion rates up, and might be in with a good shot.
When I look at this team, obviously besides Junior Paulo being missing and obviously a couple of players ACL set up, it's actually pretty good besides having Mitchell Moses out as well. Like, I think if Mitch is in this team, it's a very solid team. Like, the way the game's changed and the game's adapted this year, like having some young versatile forwards on the bench and starting there as well with Luca, Jack Williams, obviously playing second row, that modern day front row with Talon Silva out of dummy half. Kidione, Kelmer on his day can be an absolute beast, and Jack DeBellin has to be good defensively. I think it's quite solid. It's just the halves. Like, I'm really worried with no genuine half. And I'll say this comfortably, like Joe Ash has killed it at fullback, and going to 5'8" this week, this is going to be a real test without a genuine 7 there. Like, Volkman has killed it at 6 as well. Obviously not defensively, being good at 6. But I'm really worried that we haven't got that controlling 7 in there. You know, like we've got 2 out-and-out 5'8s. Every time that Ronald has played 7, he's struggled to control games. Hayden, thoughts?
Yeah, I agree. Ronald Volkman's having a great season, but when we've seen him in that 7 jersey, he hasn't been too great. As for the team, I found it interesting that Riley Smith and Sam Tuivasa were named in Cup. I would have liked to have seen those 2 names, but obviously not ready to go yet, and a bit of a fitness test there and not too far away. But we were very excited for round 13 because obviously a lot of boys back from injury, and we've seen that on the team list with Iongi and Jack Williams back. So this was the one that we circled for almost a full-strength team with the injuries recently, all aside Moses and Paulo.
Jack, thoughts?
Yeah, kind of what you expected with the injuries we've had. It'd be nice to see if Tuivasa can pass a bit of a fitness test that he might slide in. We drop someone out. Could use a bit of oomph off the bench. Look, fingers crossed that Ponga gets absolutely battered tomorrow night and is a bit worse for wear and has a bit of a long weekend.
Yeah.
Not hoping for any injuries, just a couple of just a bit of a tight quad or tight. We'll go slightly tight hammy. That isn't an injury, but enough to not take the risk because it's only Parramatta they're versing.
Connor Watson isn't playing for New South Wales, so he's not going to get too battered. So I think he'll be right. Jez, mate, actually, before you have your say, I want to address a couple of things, not about you. But looking at the team list, what worries me the most, and obviously this game means a lot to me, so I'll bring that up in a second. But I want to just address the fact that I'm really worried about how much Dylan Brown is going to go himself, and I expected Jack to say it, but our second rowers need to be on their fucking game because we all know that Dylan's is going to run the ball himself. He's going to be out to prove a point. So I think it's Kidione Katoga first game back. And Kidione, like, he's a classic Fijian player. He gets buggered, but he just keeps fucking working. But you can just see he's buggered. I've coached a lot of Fijian boys. They don't want to put their hand up and say, I'm fucked, I need a rest. They just want to keep pushing through that. He needs to obviously be on his game and he needs to make sure no matter what, he's hitting Dylan Brown. If Dylan Brown passes the ball, he's fucking hitting him. He needs to have confidence in his outside that Joe Ash will be able to take down McEwen, and he can be a beast on his day as well, but Joe Ash needs to back himself there. And Sean Russell, I don't think Sean Russell's been the same since he knocked himself out. He's got the job on, I believe, Dane Gagai will play on that side. I think Jez, won't he, with Dylan Brown?
It's Brown, McEwen, Gagai, Young. I'm more scared of fucking Dylan Lucas running that Elmer.
Well, I'm not as worried because I think that Sam Rani has been doing an excellent job in the centres. So I think Sam Rani can protect him here. What I'm worried about is Kidione thinks he has to protect Joe Ash. Russell thinks that he has to protect Joe Ash. Joe Ash thinks that Russell hasn't been going in since contact, so he has to protect him. And all of a sudden, Dylan actually finally passes the ball for the first time in his career and he puts McEwen straight through the line. So I have my fears, I have my worries. I think everyone needs to have confidence on their outside, inside play, say, and back their own ability on Saturday, and we'll be right. Before I go to Jez, everyone knows I fucking hate Newcastle, and I hate Newcastle fans, excluding Jez and Lincoln from the United and probably about 3 other people. Everyone else I pretty much hate. I know Nathan Hertz was here earlier. I fucking hate you, even though you're leading our tipping comp. I'm just going to quickly I'm pretty excited, obviously, to announce. I posted during the week, but I do have a Netflix documentary coming up, and it's obviously a groundbreaking thing for the podcast. So before we go into Jez's thoughts on the game, draw that winner and do our bold predictions, so I'll quickly play that.
All right, thanks heaps for doing this, mate. I think we're ready to go here. You ready?
Yeah, I was born ready, mate. Ready to go.
Good, good. So, Adam, why do you hate the Knights so much?
Look, how long we got? To think back to where it began is a long story. I don't think we've got enough time.
And what do you think of Knights fans?
I don't love them. I love to hate them.
What about their form this year with a new coach and some new signings? Do you appreciate the improvement?
Not really. I don't think they played anyone, to be honest. Like, they're not going that well. They get us this week out some Origin players and stuff. Like, they're lucky. They've been looked after. Like, they're not that good.
And mate, what does it do to you when I say 2001?
Are you fucking serious? It's meant to be about me, not about them. Like, this is an absolute fucking joke. Why would you even mention that? Fuck's sake. Fucking joke. I make myself laugh, if not anyone else.
I reckon that was funnier than Dave Hughes.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a good one, eh?
That's a good one, eh? Let's draw out the winner, then we'll go to Jez for the $100 worth of raffle tickets to the Vegas giveaway. 8 people went and bought tickets. The winner is number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Damn it, I didn't get him. I was hoping to get Troy again, make him shout 5 drinks. The winner is Matt McCarlo. So, Matt.
How the fuck did you get McCarlo from that?
Mikola.
Mikola.
Yeah.
Matt Mikola, he's the winner. So, Matt, mate, message the page and we'll organise those 100 tickets for you. It's going to be good. So, let's go off the Parra and beat the Bronx. Yes. Yeah, Lincoln's a good dude. We like Lincoln. We'll be doing some stuff with Lincoln on Saturday night after the game. I'll post the details of that pretty soon. So, all right, Jez, give us the rundown, mate. What's going to happen? A Parramatta a chance? Are you cocky? Are you confident? Because you know me and how much I hate the Knights. I've never been this confident we're going to lose a game since we beat the Bulldogs, actually.
Yeah, cocky wouldn't be a word I'd say because I'm a big believer in karma. So I try not to be too boisterous when my team is doing well. I think that's probably why you dislike many other Knights fans because the smugness levels are through the roof. It's that South Park episode where we're all driving hybrids. Good for you. Smugness levels in Newcastle are through the roof. Just looking at the matchups across the board, like it's a lot of experience versus inexperience, and then players that are firing versus players that are either playing out of position or filling a gap. So you hit the nail on the head. I was going to bring up about the young halves and the protection that might need to come from that. But yeah, I think we win. Whether how comfortably that is, I hope Parramatta put up a bit of a fight just for us as fans. But I think we win and we win well.
I think we win well. All right, let's.
And yes, my nails are painted. My children love doing it, so I'm a good dad.
The New South Wales colours as well. I don't know why people are going to bag that out. Let's
and
get
then
to
one loser Hayden thumb. Stick it up your bum.
Let's get to our bold predictions. Jez, you're writing these down. I don't want you to fucking fluff them around either. So you can even go first. So I want you to score your first try score and your bold prediction.
For the Parramatta game?
Nah, for the Broncos Dragons game.
Sorry, I got to
For
address
Origin.
I got a dress drop as well. As stated, Jez has been a mate of mine for a long time. And he does a good job in the background where we usually keep him. We let him have his say every so often. But he is one of the rare Newcastle fans, and there's not fucking many of them that I can actually sit down and have a good conversation about footy with. And his father's actually the same. I've been able to sit there and talk to his father and have a genuine conversation without them turning to me and accusing me of being biased, me accusing them of being biased, whatever. We can actually have a genuine football conversation. So that's why we have him. And he's a closet Parramatta fan anyway. We all know that. So slowly coming out. All right, go. Score, poll prediction, first try.
Score, I'm going to go 32-10 to the Knights. First try scorer will be Dane Gagai. And my bold prediction is, I don't know, he has to swap his jersey with someone. And I'm looking through the list. I'm like, who is he going to swap his jersey with? Because he's been doing that.
You just ruined that. We're about to go to that. That was actually going to be an added part of the prediction I was going to do at the end. But let's go to it because I want to have one first.
I'm going to say it's the Fox. It has to be. There's no one else on that team list.
Well, it has to be the Fox. And I agree because they've played some footy together. I think we're all going to look in the Fox. But I want to go with Smokey. I'm going to throw Smokey in the works of Brian Kelly as well. Obviously, I know Dane Gagai's obviously proudly Indigenous and Maori. But, proud of obviously where they come from and stuff. So he's a little bit of a Smokey. If Mitch was there, he might have gone Mitch just for the fact that Mitch Moses is Mitch Moses, but he's obviously not there.
Absolutely, I would have.
I reckon he would have always gone Fox, eh?
A bit longer around, many clubs.
Yeah, and
Origin battles.
Yeah, not Dylan Walker.
If Walker wasn't coming off the bench, maybe. I don't think he wants a number that's above 13.
Well,
hey, man, give me a number 14 jersey.
I'm way too invested in this Dane Gagai. Is he going, but is he, when does he get to the point where he goes, okay, I've gone the best player in every team? He's going to play some teams twice. Does he then go, I want to get every fucking number and just complete a set? Is he working?
Yeah, that's what he should do.
Under 17.
If Volkman breaks his ankles and just cranks him, and Gagai's touching the ground, does he go, fair play, son? Let's swap jerseys.
What about Isaiah as well? They're both proud Queenslanders. Isaiah one day will play Origin.
What if he just switches jerseys with Hayden? Both proud Queenslanders.
Yep.
What state's Isaiah play for?
The same state I live in.
What state's that?
I don't know. Ask Chris.
It's the one where Jack's from that's next to the Northern Territory.
I'm actually originally from Campbelltown.
An hour and 25 minutes.
I've gone as long as Shrek. I think Shrek goes for about an hour 20.
South Australia.
I enjoy Shrek.
Great stat.
What a great, he'd know, special interest. All right, let's go your bold prediction, Hayden.
Look, I was going to, I haven't done my tips for YouTube. I was going to tip the Knights 32-16, but fuck Jez. Fuck Jez. Jez is giving me shit all night, and I wish I was there.
Shut up, idiot.
We're going to beat you. You've given me shit all night, so fuck it.
Who's you? Who's you? I thought you were a Newcastle fan. You're a Newcastle fan on day 3 at Magic Round.
I've got video of you doing the Newcastle chant, waving the flag. What else did you have in your hand? You were pretty much in a jersey at one point as well. So
hanging off the back of LinkedIn and the Dust Mates boys. I think it's a bit rich you coming at Jez when you're a closet
Newcastle. Yeah. Remember you tried that one?
No.
Anyway, go ahead.
Jez has just pissed me off all night, so I'm going to go 20-18. To the Eels. So the Eels by 2 points. A miraculous win. Who do I change my first try scorer? I had future Eel Dylan Lucas, but I don't even want to pick a night. You've made me sick, Jez. So I'll go with Jordan Samrani, first try scorer. And bold prediction is that I will get a text from Jez after the game that simply says, fuck you, because Parramatta will actually win this game.
I'd have to get your number first.
Can you send me a message now, Jez, that says fuck you? It'd be funny as. Well deserved. I'm going next.
You meant in the group chat, Jez.
Right. Yeah. Look, I love how Adam just slams him every week, every minute. I say one thing and it's hyper-focused.
Yeah, because you're resident Mr. Nice Guy, Jez. Adam's a dick.
Yeah, true.
Everyone. No, it's constructive criticism, things you can work on, like not wearing a talking Parra hat and chanting for Newcastle on day 3 at Magic Round. We almost come to blows. It was tough talking 4 seats away. He wouldn't come any closer though. Shout out to
And I was stuck in
Hainsey.
between them.
I reckon we could throw some hands over in Vegas. I'm a little bit scared to keep my distance from you because you said you and Jack might cause some trouble. I can see us throwing hands, and I don't want to.
What,
long
you
as
going
there's
for the Titans, then, are you?
Yeah, he's done that before already. As long as there's no pool cues around, I think I'll be safe. I'll do mine, and I refuse to tip the Newcastle Knights, even though my head says that Newcastle probably going to win. I couldn't do it to myself. I think Newcastle will score the first couple of tries, actually, and that's when it'll stop. Newcastle will go up 10-0, but first try scorer, it has to happen. He'll go himself, and he'll score the first try. And that man's name, Jack, is?
Joash Papali. He will score first.
Yeah. Nah, Dylan Brown will score the first try. It just has to happen. We all know it's going to happen. So Dylan scores the first try. My bold prediction is Newcastle to lead by 2 tries, Parramatta to come back and win, into Isaiah Iongi to score a double. Parramatta to ambush Newcastle like they did the Bulldogs and win this game 38-10. Newcastle have played no one yet. We're weak. We're vulnerable. We could concede 40 points. We could score 42. It could be 42-40. But fuck, I hope, because the way this season's gone and the fact I'm going to miss the next month of footy, I honestly just sit there and I won't move for probably an hour if we get smashed in this game. Troy?
26-20, Parramatta win. First try scorer, well, I was going to say Newcastle might score first, maybe through Greg Lalicio, but I think Parramatta will score first. And I think that will be – I think Isaiah Iongi will get the first try on his return. And a bold prediction is Kalen Ponga won't play.
Well, that's not fucking bold. No.
Oh,
You're not having that. There's no chance. If Newcastle are stupid enough to back up Kalen Ponga, as Joel would say, they got rocks in their head because
all right.
Locust had that many fucking injuries, like they can't risk it.
All right. Well, I will say a bold prediction will be that Luke Moretti scores the last try.
Yep. Thanks. I'll allow it. Jack, before Jack goes, guys, get your final questions in. We'll star them. We'll have a few final questions and we'll get the fuck out of here because we're going forever. So please get your questions in. Jack, go.
Alrighty, I'm going to go Parramatta to win 32-20. My first try scorer will be the returning Kitsione Kortoga. And my bold prediction is Dylan Brown and the man who replaced Dylan Brown will combine for 3 tries. That'll be Dylan Brown and Joash Papali.
Yeah, we got it. Thanks.
2 and 1 or
just writing it down. Just want to make sure. Dot my I's, cross my T's, you know.
I appreciate it.
Fuck you, Adam.
James asked for a tipping goal. I haven't actually done a tipping goal, mate, Craig, so I keep forgetting to do it. It's actually a hassle one to do, but Hertzy, the Newcastle fans I gave a shout out for, he's in first place at 75 points. He's 6 points clear. He's absolutely killing it. So if he wins, I'll give it him in dollar coins for sure. BJK, 69 points. Jaden has 66. Footy Mate, 66. Unqualified Rugby League, 65. And me, who tips with my heart, not my head, have 267 entrants, is sitting 229. Not going real well there. Actually, Lucas was sitting 11th. I don't know what's happened on the weekend. He's dropped down to 44th pretty quickly because his margins are off, but he's actually equal 30-30. He was sitting 11th for quite a while. So the kid's going better than me.
I'm coming 80th.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's pretty sad. I don't know. I can't see anyone else in there. All right. Any questions? Let's go. Did someone have a scare in Queensland training today? While we're waiting to re-sign Sam T, I haven't heard anything. I don't actually know when his contract is. Isn't he contract at the end of 28 or is it end of 27? Look, obviously he's a good young prospect and it'll be a priority to keep, but he's had a couple of injuries the last couple of years as well. So I'm guessing that's why I see him play regular footy before they obviously make that commitment to re-sign him long term. You don't want a player on your books that keeps getting injured when there's other good young forwards coming through. It's obviously completely different to a Mitchell Moses situation. So, yeah. Here you go. Do you believe, Troy, that Parramatta will make a marquee signing before the 27 season? I'll say there's not a lot for 27. I think we're looking at 28, but will we get one?
Yes, we'll get one for 28. I'm being optimistic.
And who?
Oh, okay. Who we got? Herbie. There you go. I'm optimistic.
Yep. Hayden?
Yeah, I think we might. I think November 1 comes around. I've got to be different, I guess. I'll go a forward.
You're always
I'll go Spencer Lenu.
Yep. Jack?
I think we pay massive overs for Dylan Lucas.
Like it. Guys, is Dylan Lucas coming to Parramatta?
Well, I don't think we can keep him here at the Knights. Just pure cap space. So, Dylan Lucas.
Yep.
There we
Good
go.
question,
Go yourself,
Jamie.
Dillbags lives on.
It does.
He's like, because
Going, yes.
Dylan Walker's apparently leaving at the end of the year going to the Super League, so there'll be no Dylans left.
I'll bump into Dylan Lucas and go, hey, mate, you got really drunk one night and you signed my leg. How good's this?
At King Street Mac is when you somehow signed your contract.
Yeah, remember I bought you that Big Mac and you signed for Parramatta? How good was that night, mate?
If we have to use 90% of the cap each year, where has the money gone to? I think they front loaded a lot of players. You've got to remember too, we've got Ryan Madison still on there. 750, 800,000. Junior Paulo's on 950 reportedly. Mitch is obviously on quite a bit.
Talon's on 650.
Talon's on decent money. I think we've upgraded some players and front loaded some contracts. I know we're definitely that night. We've still got money in the cap to sign someone. We're trying desperately to get Jaden Sewer across now. And there's a little rumor floating around that the Dragons said we can have Jaden Sewer if we take Valentine Holmes. I don't know how true it is. It only got sent before we come on air. And
how long is Holmes signed for?
I don't know, but I'd take him. He's playing like shit, but I'd take him for the rest of the year because he's still been a good player. You would take him.
End of next year.
Yeah, so we've got to take him for a year and a half, and he's on decent
And he's on
money.
approximately $1
I
million
wouldn't
this
take him
year.
2 days right now. He is dead set being one of the worst players of the NRL this season. I wouldn't take him on a 2-day contract, a 2-hour contract. In the past, yep. I don't want him anywhere near Parramatta. And if we want these big name players right now, that's not it.
Where's
Isn't
your
he a Queenslander?
Where's your Queensland spirit now?
To be fair, we can't
Spirit
sign anyone for next year.
There's a reason Billy didn't pick him, and you're going to see that tomorrow
Pick
night.
him for who?
Pick him for the city that the Carter boys are from. I'm running out of options.
I'd take him. I know he hasn't played his best footy, but fuck, he's at St. George where no one wants to be at the moment. God knows what's going on at St. George. You know,
We need a goal kicker because Moe can't kick at the moment.
he can't kick when he's not playing either. So, just to get Stewart early in the second row and start building on that combination, I'd take him as a center option. We're losing Russell. If we're going to genuinely chase Herbie for 2028, it feels like I know we've got some young players there as well, but if he's been rubbish, you know, fuck, we paid Ryan Madison $850,000 to not play a game this year. We most play Valentine Holmes the same. We've got all this room in the cap. So, yeah, I don't know. Any other good questions anyone can see? Because
I saw one about Luke Burt starting with Papua New Guinea as assistant coach. What's everybody's thoughts?
I'll say this now. Luke Burt didn't want to come to Parramatta when the coaching role was there, and I don't blame him. How many coaches have we seen go to their club where they obviously played all their football and it just not go well for them? We've seen it quite a lot of coaches. So I hope he takes that opportunity well, and I hope he gets an NRL gig one day. And one day I hope his time comes to Parramatta. You know, the world brings him to Parramatta after he's got a bit of experience. But if Parramatta were to ever get rid of Jason Riles, we don't need another rookie coach. We need someone that's going to come in and make those hard calls and stand up for what they need to stand up. Cool. No other questions? No more questions? No more bets? It's a late one. Let's get out of here. Obviously, go New South Wales tomorrow. I'll be there. Me and Troy will be there. If you go on the game, send us a message. We'll catch up for a light beverage. I'm off the piss until Vegas. Troy's not. And I've got the young fella with me, so I'll have a water with you. We'll be at Newcastle on Saturday. Fuck the Knights. Fuck Jazz. And fuck Dylan Brown. He is dead to me.
Do not go yourself, Dillbags.
I'll leave you with this awesome video as we go out. Good night. See you next
Go
week.
Parra.
Troy, it's 7:45, mate.
Well, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, isn't it?
7:45.
Yeah, but 5 o'clock somewhere in the world.
Lucky you didn't pay for that. Drink number 2, Frangelica with solar and a dash of pineapple juice.
Oh, it's got pineapple. That's fruit. That's all right. Drink number 3, and I can't split the G because there's no G on there. Drink number 4.
And what are you drinking this time, Troy?
Mango margarita. Drink number 5. Watermelon margarita. Drink number 6. Strawberry margarita. My name's Troy. Drink number 7. Nerds margarita.
Hayden Margarita.
Already on the South game. Drink number 8. Drink number 8. Drink number 9. Troy, number 11.
Where are you?
Caxton Street Brewing Company. Get
Proud sponsor of?
League of Inches. Here at Suncorp Stadium, drink number 13, a lemon hard vodka sausage.
He said beer number 14. And it's good. There's a bit of a distance between us now, and I'm quite happy about it. That's number 15. He said drink number 16. You're double parked. You better scull one.
Drink number 17, purchased by Lincoln.
You can thank one of my sponsors, mate, who paid for my weekend this weekend, mate. So shout out to Audra Solar, who just paid for your beer, mate.
Thank you.
All right.
Number 20. Drink number 21. At the Caxton. That's raining. Tick that off the bingo card. Woo!
I was just on Facebook
22.
last week, and he said, "What are you doing, you mad bastard?"
At the Caxton Street.
How many free drinks is this now?
22.
That's going to be a world record.
I found Troy Warner. He's still asleep. We found him. Just wait a second.